Promoting price stability is a shared goal among central banks. There is price stability when the general price level of goods and services in the country moves at a low and predictable rate, thus preserving the value of your money. Conversely, when prices rise substantially and unpredictably, your money buys fewer goods and services. Here in the Philippines, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas or BSP, the country's central monetary authority, is tasked to promote price stability conducive to a balanced and sustainable growth of the economy. There are two important concepts to remember when talking about price stability: price level and inflation. In an economy, the individual prices of goods and services generally rise over time depending on how abundant or scarce a good or service is, or how much demand there is for a good or service relative to the supply of the good or service. But the inflation rate can either accelerate or slow down. How is this possible? In the Philippines, the movement in the Consumer Price Index or CPI is the basis for computing the inflation rate. The CPI basket is made up of selected items that a typical Filipino family buys, such as food products, electricity, gas, and clothing. The prices of these items are gathered regularly by the Philippine Statistics Authority or PSA and consolidated into one price for the economy as represented in the CPI index. Thus, the CPI measures the average price of the standard basket of goods and services consumed by a typical Filipino family for a given period. The rate at which the CPI changes refers to inflation, making inflation a direct indicator of price stability in the economy. For example, suppose a basket of goods cost 100 pesos at year 1. At year 2, the price of that same basket of goods is 104 pesos. At year 3, a consumer needs to pay 108 pesos for that same basket of goods. It is clear from the example that price levels continue to increase, but the rate of change or inflation slowed down at year 3 from year 2. In sum, price stability does not mean that prices are not changing. It means that inflation, or the rate of change in prices of goods and services, is low and predictable, making it easier for households and firms alike to plan ahead and make sound financial decisions.